Wacky Wednesday.
Sometimes people were not always born the same way, and some of those people have abnormalities that set them apart from the rest of the crowd. From a girl with 3 boobs to a boy with extra limbs protruding from his stomach to a woman with 2 vaginas. We get a little nosy and take a look at 20 bizarre people with extra body parts. Number 20. The woman with 3 knockers. As good as it looks, and as much as it was thought to be real, the Florida woman claiming to have 3 boobs is now thought to be a fraud, according to a new report. Her secret was allegedly exposed after a crime was committed against her. The 21-year-old Florida woman claims she paid a surgeon $20,000 to implant a 3rd breast in the middle of her chest. But according to a new report, Jasmine was just wearing a 3-breast prosthetic. Number 19. The woman with a horn on her forehead. Nicknamed the Goat Woman, an elderly Chinese woman aged 101 has stunned her family and fellow villagers by growing herself a horn that resembles a goat's. She began developing the mysterious protrusion last year, and since then it has grown to 2.5 inches in length. The condition has left her family baffled and worried, and the horn is now reportedly growing at 1 inch per year. Number 18. Umbilical cord finger. Wang Yongjun, 20-year-old furniture maker, lost the tip of his finger when working with an electric saw. His doctor had to make a snap decision to save his finger with this unusual technique, making a faux umbilical cord type thing to restore blood flow to the tip of the digit and help regenerate a new finger. The wounded finger was birthed from his stomach weeks later, good as new. Number 17. Extra fetus attached. A Chinese girl was born with an undeveloped fetus attached to her back. When the girl was 11 years old, the fetus was so developed that you could clearly see its arms and legs protruding from her back, shown here in the photo. Finally, after years, her parents managed to save enough money for the surgery and successfully remove the fetus from their daughter's back. Number 16. The woman with 2 uteruses. The woman with 2 uteruses who gave birth to triplets. It might seem unusual for a woman to have 2 uteruses, but the condition is known to occur in about 1 in every 1,000 women. In fact, Hannah Kersey, her mother, and her sister all have the same condition. Number 15. The man with an ear on his arm. Australian performance artist known as STRAND had a 3rd ear created from his cells in a lab in 2006. STRAND discussed his plans to install transmitters into his ear so that he could listen to people from his arm. He also wanted to grow a soft earlobe using his own stem cells. He took 10 years to find a surgeon willing to perform this operation. Number 14. Baby with 2 heads. Maria de Nazar, a 25-year-old Brazilian woman, believed when she was going into labor that she would be welcoming 2 babies into the world. Instead, just minutes before giving birth, tests revealed that the twins would share the same heart, lungs, liver, and pelvis, although the babies have 2 brains and separate spines. The 2-headed boy is, in reality, conjoined twins who share a single body, and is an extremely unusual form of conjointment. Number 13. 15 fingers and 16 toes. This Chinese boy was born in 2004 with 15 fingers and 16 toes. With a total of 31 fingers and toes altogether, he broke the previous world record by 25. The excess fingers and toes is a result of gene mutation. When the boy was 7, he had surgery to remove the extra fingers, and now he is a very happy, seemingly normal boy. Number 12. 3 legs and 2 hearts. George Lippert was born in Germany in 1844. In addition to being born with 3 legs, he was also born with 2 functioning hearts. although that condition was unknown until his autopsy in 1906. His third leg was fully formed and even possessed an extra toe, giving Lippert a total of 16. Lippert claimed that his leg had been fully functional until it sustained a fracture, and early in his career George was billed as the only three-legged man on Earth, and he proved to be quite the attraction, making an income from his strange physical condition. Number 11. Extra nose on forehead. A surgeon in China said that he will build an extra nose out of a man's rib cartilage and implant it under the skin of his forehead to prepare for a transplant in what may be the first operation of its kind. The surgeon spent 9 months cultivating the graft for the 22-year-old man whose nose was damaged. The image of the implant with the nostril section facing diagonally upward on the left side of the man's face drew a lot of attention after it began circulating in China. Number 10. Man with two hearts. This is a man with two hearts who survived a double heart attack. At first, there didn't seem to be anything unusual about the man who, in 2010, reported to an Italian emergency room. He was short of breath, sweating, and had low blood pressure. Doctors thought they had a typical case of cardiac arrest until they examined the patient more closely and noticed his unusual medical condition. It turns out that the man wasn't born with two hearts. His second heart arrived after an earlier medical procedure on his original heart. Number 9. The boy with an extra arm. In 2006, a boy was born in Shanghai with a fully developed third arm on his left shoulder. He is the first child to have this kind of abnormality. A team of doctors were actually able to remove the arm that laid across his chest. It affects just 1 in a million infants, causing them to be born with extra limbs. Number 8. Baby with two faces. 14-month-old Kang Kang was born with a deformity called transverse facial cleft, which gives him the appearance of having two faces or looking like he is wearing a mask. The poor child looks like he's literally wearing a mask, due in part to a massive cleft that extends almost all the way up to his ears. No one knows what causes this unfortunate condition, and it's incredibly expensive to treat. Thankfully, there is a happy ending as Kang Kang's family managed to gather enough money for the treatment. Number 7. Spider Girl. Ganga and Jamuna Mondal are conjoined twins from West Bengal, India. They were nicknamed Spider Girl because they have 4 arms and 3 legs, though only 2 of those legs are actually working. They have 2 hearts, 2 kidneys, 1 liver, 1 reproductive organ, and they share a stomach. And they work at a local circus where they show people how they do everyday tasks. Number 6. Extra limbs on chest. In 2010, this Indian boy who was born with 8 limbs underwent an operation to give him a chance at normal life. Deepak Paswan of age 7 was born with a parasitic twin conjoined to his abdomen, giving him 4 legs and 4 arms but only 1 head. The pioneering surgery to remove the extra limbs cost around $75,000. Happily, the grueling 4-hour operation was a complete success. Number 5. Boy with extra head. In 2004, a child named Munna was born with an undeveloped twin attached to his head. The extra head could smile and even blink, but only a year later the extra head was removed. And the child's mother appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show with her surviving child. Unfortunately, Manna died in 2006 due to a brain infection. Number 4. Boy born with extra strand of DNA. A 2-year-old boy has become the only person in the world to be diagnosed with an extra strand in his DNA. Alfie Clamp was born blind and with several disabilities, which led doctors to conduct various tests. They revealed that his 7th chromosome had an extra strand of material which had never been seen or documented anywhere in the world before. Doctors are baffled by his condition, which is so rare it doesn't even have a name. They also have no idea whether his condition will improve or reduce his life expectancy. Number 3. Girl with 4 arms and 4 legs. Lakshmi Tatma, born on December 2005 in Bihar, India, has 4 arms and 4 legs. Her twin's head and chest had not fully developed in the womb, which looks like a child with 4 legs and arms. Her parents were labourers and unable to afford fees for separation surgery. A 27-hour successful operation was done by a team of 30 doctors at a hospital in India, all done for free. Number 2. Man with 2 penises. A man with 2 functioning penises took questions on Reddit's Ask Me Anything, and it was unlike any other Q&A you're likely to read. Amassing more than 15,000 comments, the man who calls himself Double Dick Dude, or DDD for short, was born with diphilia, a rare condition that causes him to have 2 sex organs. There are reportedly around 100 cases of diphilia worldwide. Obviously the images are too graphic for the video, so I'll let you Google it yourself. Number 1. The woman with 2 vaginas. Hazel Jones always wondered why she suffered from terrible cramps and heavy periods during puberty. However, it wasn't until she turned 18 that she was given her astonishing diagnosis that she had 2 vaginas. Hazel went to the doctor after her long-term boyfriend told her that she was in fact different in the genital area. Hazel says that she is comfortable with having the condition despite the fact that she had to lose her virginity not once, but twice. Hopefully not at the same time with the guy from number 2.